Next video. In today's video this is part 2 of dockerizing our multi-services app. If you haven't watched part 1, I would highly recommend you watching part 1. Now in this video we will make sure that we will convert everything to production, because in the last video we had using everything related to dev environment. So converting it to production is quite simple. So all you have to do is, firstly you will have to go to next app, and here you will have to create this Docker file. And if you see over here, like this is almost same as if you compare it to dockerfile.dev. so if you see this file, it is almost same. The only difference is, like for production NextJS app, you will have to run this npm run build, because it will create an optimized build of your application, and here you will have to run npm start instead of npm run dev. Okay, so this is the only difference. Similarly you will have to do it for your node app as well. So I have created this docker file just and here the only change is I am using npm run start instead of npm run dev. Next, what you will have to do, go to nginx, also create a docker file for it, and it is almost the same to what we have created inside the dockerfile.dev. Next, what you will have to do is you will have to update your docker compose.yaml. So if you remember, here I was writing dockerfile.dev. Instead of that, you will have to write dockerfile. Now you might be thinking that if the name is dockerfile itself, why can't we write build : dot? You can only write build : dot if the docker compose file and the docker file are in the same hierarchy. But if you check, our docker file is in node app, one is in nginx and one is in next app. So you can't directly write build : dot. You will have to write something like this. Okay, I have just removed .dev from over here, and from over here. Next, what you will have to do is you will just have to create a GitHub repo, commit everything to your GitHub repo. Now we will be using GitHub Actions to run our code. So what you will have to do, just create a folder called .github. Inside that, create a folder called workflows, and inside that you will create something called deploy.yaml. And if you check, you can give any name whichever you want to. Make sure the branch is main. If you have different branch as your main branch, then make sure you change or update the name over here. By default the branch is main for GitHub whenever you try to create a GitHub repo. Then we want to run it on Ubuntu, and these are the actions. So I'm not really sure what this is, but here you can see that we are passing a username as well as docker username as well as docker password. So we will have to configure this docker username and docker password on GitHub side as well. I will show you where exactly you will have to configure. Next, you can give whatever. So this should be your username, followed by whatever your name should be of your image once you publish it to Docker Hub. So all these images of next app, nginx and node app will be published to Docker Hub, and this is the actual folder name. So if you see my actual my service name, this is nginx, node app and next app. So I have kept it simple. If you see over here, next app, nginx, node app, and here I have just assigned multi-next app. If you can name it whatever you want to, but just be consistent, and while pushing, make sure this is the same name which you have given it over here. Next, again I'm not sure, this might be related something to GitHub Actions. Yeah, that should be it for GitHub Actions. Your code to your GitHub repo, you will have to go to the settings of your GitHub repo, not settings of your profile but settings of your GitHub repo. You will have to scroll down to security, click on secrets and variables, click actions, and here you will have to click on new repository secret. I have already added docker username and docker password for my account, so I have already added this, so you will have to add this as well. Once you do that, make sure you push it back again you can just push your code to GitHub repo, or you can manually tap on this action button and start the action. Deployed everything correctly, then the action would be succeeded properly. So once you push it, the action starts running automatically, and once it is completed, you should see this green tick. Docker app, you should be able to see your Node app, Nginx app, and Next app means they are pushed to Docker Hub as well. In deploying your Docker images to Elastic Beanstalk, AWS Elastic Beanstalk, what you will have to do is you will have to go to GitHub Actions. Now I don't have any experience of deploying to Elastic Beanstalk. Like I have just followed a Udemy course, and I am explaining in using that course as a reference. Again, I have not deployed it personally because I don't have an AWS account, but maybe you can try it on your own. So firstly, you will have to uncomment this all stuff inside your GitHub Actions, but make sure you change this name over here to whatever is your name, and here you will have to add this AWS access key, secret key, inside over here inside your repository secrets on GitHub Actions, on GitHub secrets and variables, and inside that actions. And here you will have to change your application name and environment name according to whatever you have configured, as well as your existing bucket name and region. And I think this should be the same, and this should be also same. Now how to create an AWS Elastic Beanstalk, like I will just share some screenshots with you. You can follow that to deploy it to AWS Elastic Beanstalk. Again, I have not deployed it personally, so this do your own research as well. So this is the first screenshot. You can pause the video if you want to. This is the second one. Third one. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Seventh. Yeah, that should be it. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching.